This is Minecraft and a single world can be 60 million blocks wide, but I decided to start from only one block. This block, however, is infinite and has 10 phases, and at the end of the 10th phase, it releases the end portal. My goal is to survive 100 days, get diamond or better gear, and beat the Ender Dragon. This video took an incredibly long time to make, so please watch it all the way through and leave a like and a comment. Thank you. Day 1, this floating text was telling me to break the block. So I started breaking the block and my first goal was to expand as far and wide as I could. While I was expanding, we got ourselves a friend. His name is Piggy Smalls. After expanding out a little bit more, I had to put a block right underneath the infinite block so things wouldn't fall. And then we got our first chest. Right after our chest, we got our first upgrade. And while this upgrade was happening, I decided to start a tree farm. After the tree farm, I made a 9x9 crop farm. And to end off the day, I decided to make a nice little animal pen for Piggy and his future friends. Day 2, I placed on the chest that I collected and started beginning my farm. I had to put this clip in because this is my first tree harvest of this world. As night came in, I collected all my animals in a pen and then fought a zombie to end off day 2. Day 3 to 4, after killing that zombie, I had to collect all the stray animals because they were making way too much noise. I had just enough iron to make an iron pick and then my soul left my body. Rest in peace, chicken. The rest of these days I spent making a storage room slash house slash furnace room slash crafting table room. Day 5 started with some more zombies, but finally I had enough to make a bed. And for the second time already, my soul left my body again. This time it actually broke the blocks I placed. Right before I went to sleep, I crafted an iron chest plate. Day 6 to 7 started with a spruce tree harvest, and we finally got an upgrade. This phase was called the Icy Tundra, and it gave me the most useful thing ever, and a map. The rest of these days, I fed the animals and cleared out this entire tree one more time. A wolf spawned, but it was trying to kill my only sheep, so I had to put it down. I'm so sorry. To finish off these few days, I made a little bit of a frame and I was done. Day 8, I made a nicer area just to collect these blocks and made it harder for mobs to spawn. Also, a polar bear spawned, and thank God I killed the foxes that ruined my chickens. Another one of these big boys spawned, but this one just wouldn't move. For some reason, OBS didn't capture this, so the replay mod saved me, but this is a monster party. I know the replay mod doesn't show you the hearts, but trust me, I was at 3 hearts the entire time. After I got scared straight, I decided to just chop some trees and mind my own business. After grinding the rest of the day, I finally got an upgrade all the way up to the next phase, which was the ocean phase. Day 9, there's nothing in this world that makes me more mad than these animals literally just yelling in my ear, so I had to move them a few blocks back. Day 10 started off with me feeding all these annoying animals, and I tried to save these turtles, but I guess they didn't want to live. Right after that, I killed these drowns and I got myself a trident. After that, I realized I just had an ice block, so I made myself an infinite water source and expanded this 9x9 farm to double. Day 11, I didn't like the way my storage room slash bedroom slash infinite water source room looked, so I decided to give it a roof, almost giving it like a longhouse style look. Before day 11 ended, I decided to expand my tree farm and make it look a lot nicer and farther away from my base. Day 12. After this, I went right back to mining and then a bunch of guardians spawned. Literally just my luck. As day 12 ended, an elder guardian also spawned, but that wasn't even the worst part, it was this. Day 13, as if my luck literally couldn't get worse, another Elder Guardian spawned. And the worst part of it, it gave me mining fatigue as it was falling down. But thank God I used my 500 IQ to get rid of the effect. The rest of day 13 and 14, I spent on getting as much wood as possible and began working on a mob grinder. And with my luck, I can guarantee you nothing bad happened during this entire time I was building this mob grinder. Right around this time, I noticed things were going a little too well. The build was almost complete, I just needed a little bit more wood. Here's what happened when I finally returned with enough wood to complete the build. Day 15, this is what my mob grinder looked like. After 2 days of grinding for wood and using up every single wood I had in my storage chest, I finally finished this mob grinder. After placing the torches up top, it was time to make my way down safely. As if the last few days weren't just perfect, a monster party spawned. Thank God these guardians both fell off the map, and these drowns were really easy to take care of. Before ending the day, I died about 2 more times. Day 18, I finally got a little bit of moment of peace. I started off by clearing the farms out and then feeding these animals. And oh my god, somebody please track how many times these guardians have spawned. I swear to god, this isn't the last time it spawns. Look, there's a whole nother elder guardian just spawning. What is happening to me? I got mining fatigue again, so after sucking on some cow juice, I was finally cleared. I wish you guys could see how happy I was when I finally cleared the ocean level. Thank god. And there we go. The next phase was the jungle dungeon. Anything that didn't have guardians, I was completely happy with. Day 19. Harvesting these trees are taking longer and longer and more materials. Almost at the end of day 19, I made a lifelong friend. It took a lot of seeds, but I finally got it. We're gonna be together forever. Never mind. Day 20. I guess I didn't really show you guys, but this is what the mob grinder looked like. It's working pretty well. We got a single bamboo out of one of those chests, so the first thing I decided to do was make a quick little bamboo farm. The mob grinder was a little too close to my bed, so I had to create a whole new room just to put my bed and a few stuff in. While I was building, I had a slight little misinput. Day 21, I placed a few torches and got back to work. Day 22 to 23, after doing a little bit more work and getting some stone tools, I finally had the framework of this room done. This is what it looked like. Just my luck. As I only had stone tools, a monster party was the perfect thing I was looking for. Oh, I can't wait to fight these Vexes with only a stone sword. I wiped out this ugly witch and I got this really cool snipe on the Vex. At this point, I was invincible. Alright, after this Vex, I finally cleared the monster party and got right back to work. Day 24 to 28, I made iron armor and iron tools because I was completely sick of getting bullied. For the next few days, all I did was clear the farm, feed these animals, and grind out the mob grinder. After all of that, we finally got to upgrade to Phase 6, the Red Desert. The rest of these days, I decided to make the collection area a lot cleaner and then move the animals back. Day 29 to 30, I was sick of the oak plank look, so I decided to replace and section off a bunch of these areas with stone bricks and polished andesite slabs. To end these days, I made sure to get as many resources as I can by harvesting these farms and planting it all right back. Day 31 to 32 started off with some extreme wood collecting. This takes longer and longer every time. Right after that, we ended up getting 2 diamonds. But forget about all that because we got the most important thing ever. Fernando, look at him. And Fernando really wanted to live with me really bad, so of course I could never say no to Fernando. Right after Fernando, we got this guy. What's his name? Carl? Carl also decided he wanted to live with me, all by himself. Nobody forced him. To end off the rest of these days, I finally decided to roof out this little bedroom pod I had. Day 33 started off with a monster party. A bunch of axeless pillagers and zombies started attacking me. Forget about all that since we got a whole nother villager. This one's called Heidi. Heidi also wanted to come with me very willingly. Day 34 to 38, I expanded outwards to create an area for the villagers to breed and trade. Day 39 to 44, the first thing I did was to put some slabs behind the infinite block to make it easier to trap these bigger mobs. After that, I swapped out the librarian for an armorer and rolled until I got a decent enough emerald trade. For almost the next 5 days, all I did was collect more food, breed these villagers, and get sticks to trade as much emerald as possible, all to unlock 1 piece of diamond armor. And there we had it. We're 1/4 of the way to completing one of our first goals. These were the rest of the trades the armorer had. Day 45. This entire day was spent on nothing but trying to get through to the next phase. And there we go. We finally finished the Red Desert phase and we moved on to the Nether phase. Day 46. I traded every single piece of stick I had to get a diamond helmet, just to match with my boots. We're halfway there now. After mining for a little bit more, I finally got ancient debris, and I made a diamond pickaxe just to start mining it up. But forget about the ancient debris. What I needed the most was a lava bucket. After the lava bucket, I made another Fletcher, sold as many sticks as I can, and I finally picked up a diamond chest plate. Day 47, with the lava, I could finally make a cobblestone generator, and I spent the entire day mining for as many cobblestone as I could. Day 48 to 52, now it was time to use a lava bucket for something that actually matters, an iron farm. And just like that, the iron farm was finally done. Day 53, I spent this entire day AFKing to see how much iron I could possibly get. And day 54, it was finally time to collect my iron. Bruh. At this point, I had no idea what the problem was, so I took my anger out on this iron golem and this baby villager. Day 54 to 55, I decided to murder some cows. Day 56, after clearing out 8 blocks on both sides, finally now the iron golems were spawning. The rest of day 56, I ended up chopping up trees, lighting up the base, and trading with the villagers as much as I could. Day 57, while mining, this happened. The rest of day 57, I spent grinding and collecting the farm and also chopping down the trees. Day 58, I used the iron from the iron farm to level up the toolsmith and all the stick that I've collected to level up the new Fletcher. The toolsmith is now an expert, so now I can start getting diamond axes and diamond shovels. The rest of day 58, I went mining non-stop until I had a monster party, but thank God for my diamond armor, since this monster party was one of the easiest I'd ever taken. Day 60, OBS messed up my footage, but I ended up getting an efficiency 2 diamond pickaxe from my weaponsmith. Since I was running low on stone, I decided to build up a double cobblestone generator and spent a good chunk of my day just getting cobblestone. After the cobblestone grind, it was right back to the stick grind. I needed to get as many emeralds as possible so I can fully max out my armor. Day 61, I was trying to get a villager with a really good trade and a bookshelf trade on top of that too. Right after that, I made a fermented spider eye to ruin the villager's stock market for good. At the end of day 61, I captured a Fletcher and lured this zombie right in with him. Day 62, I woke up and my villager was fully turned into a zombie. After trapping it on a boat, it was time to cure this villager. While I was curing the villager, I realized that I already had sugarcane that I didn't plant yet, so the first thing I did after was make a sugarcane farm. To end off day 62, I finally got done with the Nether phase. And I moved on to phase 8, I don't know how to say it. Day 63, the first thing I did was make a netherite ingot. I don't know if this is the right choice, but the first thing I upgraded was the chest plate. After that, it was time for me to go to the Nether, collect some soul sand, gather some lava, and see if I could find anything important like a bastion or fortress. After traveling pretty far in the Nether, I really couldn't find anything that's important, so I made my way back. Day 66 to 70, I used up all my emeralds to get 15 bookshelves just so I can start enchanting, finally. I got a pretty good helmet. After grinding for as much experience as possible and making an anvil, I ended up with really good enchantments on my armor. At day 70, I had a sharpness 4 sword, fortune 3 pickaxe, and almost full protection 4 armor. Day 71 to 76, with the enchantment table at the bottom floor, I had no space at the bottom, so I decided to expand all the way up. My goal was to move all my chests up here and create a storage room on the second floor. The only reason this took 5 whole days is because I had to manually collect wood myself since I completely ran out. And as day 75 was about to end, I finally started moving all of the chests back up to the top floor. Once I was done with the item frames, I decided to clear a little bit more space for my mining area. Day 77, every single one of my crops had grown, so it was time to harvest them all. This, I'm telling you, this took so long. It actually took me the entire day to chop down all the trees and collect all of this. Day 78, I planted 3 more beds to completely max out this entire villager trading room. After feeding the villagers, it was time to go right back to mining. Day 79, I set up 3 lecterns to get more librarians and went right back on the grind. Right before the day ended, I tried to get this bee into my beehive. Day 80, I spent a good amount of time trying to roll for a good trade villager, but right after I decided to go and make a automatic sugarcane farm, but I had no idea how to set up the redstone. I completely forgot. Day 81, after I watched a tutorial, the sugarcane farm was fully up and operational. Day 82, since I've been putting it off for so long, I spent this entire day trying to grind out this phase. Day 83, I decided to disenchant my shovel because I needed a silk touch shovel so I can get full grass blocks. And 3, 2, 1, we got it. The rest of day 83 was just more farm upkeep. Day 84, I spent the entirety of this day mining as much cobblestone as I can for a future project. Day 85 to 89, I decided to work on an automatic cobblestone generator because I was getting really bored of that double cobblestone generator. This took me so long to make, especially because I suck with redstone and I could not figure out the repeaters for the life of me, but now I have a fully functional automatic cobblestone generator. Day 90, now that we had all the farms we needed, it was finally time to get all of our goals done off our list. First thing we got was full diamond armor. Right after that, I spent the entire day trying to grind through this phase, and this is what happened. I finally got to the 9th phase, Desolate Land. Day 91 to 93, these days I was focused on nothing but to get through the next phase. I fought through a bunch of monster parties and almost just died. After battling through all of that, on day 93, it was finally time for me to progress. There it is, phase 10, the end. Day 94 to 97, I could sense that the end was so close. I spent these 3 days battling through countless monster parties and a bunch of mobs trying to collect as many ender eyes as possible so I could finally get ready to battle the ender dragon. And there it was, the end. After 3 days of straight grinding, I finally unlocked the end portal. All I need now are eyes of ender and we're good to go. Day 98, I spent this entire day grabbing as much food as I can, brewing as many potions as I can, repairing all of my damaged armor, and then finally getting ready by setting my spawn right next to the portal. Day 99 to 100, I finally jumped into the end. And there it is, 100 days in OneBlock Minecraft. I hit all of my goals, getting armor better than diamond, beating the dragon, and even getting the dragon egg. If you'd like to see 200 days in OneBlock Minecraft, make sure to let me know in the comments. Also, leave any other suggestions you have for 100 days videos. Thank you so much.